everyone. I'm Sara.
I'm Lucinda.
And this is Colorful&Co. Talking autumn 2024, winter 2025, Pantone Color of the Year. And yes, they have already been released. And we're going to be going through each of the shades.
I know it's still cold outside and I'm thinking, oh my gosh, are we already talking autumn and winter? Well,
Yeah,
we are.
this isn't for a whole nother year we're talking Pantone colors.
Well, the good news is you have practically a whole year to do your shopping.
There you go.
Do you know how these color palettes are determined? Pantone goes to all the fashion shows for New York Fashion Week. Tough job, right? And they take note of what colors are used in what designers' lines. And then if they see a predominance of one color over other colors, then those make this palette because they're seeing a trend at the fashion shows and they're bringing it to us.
Exactly. So the first color we have here, tomato cream. Now, this one falls really beautifully into the autumn palette, and that just is nestled right in there. I think of like the autumn leaves. It's just a little leaf there on the ground. Perfect shade.
And I'm sure that they're thinking about tomato soup and, put some cream in tomato soup. I think it's a little bit less pink than that. It's on the, almost like it's got a little Indian red.
Right.
A drop of Indian red dropped in, so it's a little browner. But it's still beautiful and soft for autumns.
Yes. Now, next we have Scarlet Smile. And they're calling this a glamorous and decadent red that captures our desire. It does capture my desire. I do like that.
It's beautiful. I can't wear it. And
you could wear a muted down. Like if this shade, if you are out and about and you see it as a lipstick, you can just dab it on as a summer.
Like blot it on.
Yeah.
I remember an article that I read that said that they showed a bunch of women in different color lipsticks, and to men. It was a survey, and bar none, the men picked the women in the bright red lipstick as being the most beautiful. I have my own view on that. But
we don't care what men think. So on to the next.
Sara, I don't need no men.
All right. Golden Palm Beautiful, a new expression of eco color that is both surprising and familiar. Interesting, an eco color.
Yeah, for me, it's kind of like something used to be green and it kind of went off.
Yeah.
Like in the refrigerator or something.
It went a little bad.
Autumns can wear this. Personally, it's not my favorite in this palette.
Right. Yeah, I don't love it, but it's something in the autumn palette, I guess.
Yeah, don't love it.
All
Move
right.
on.
Yeah. Next one here. This is pretty. I'm loving this. This is gorgeous.
Absolutely beautiful.
This reminds me, we just did a video on raincoats, and this kind of reminds me of one of the colors. It was bluer though. This is much more green. Now that I zoom in, we're looking much more green. Let's see, a mineral based tone.
See,
okay, with hidden richness.
This never fails for winters.
Yes,
I see this is a winter shade. We tell you winters that the jewel tones are your best colors. And this Adventurine, obviously, it's a jewel tone. And in fact, Adventurine is a mineral or a jewel.
Oh, is it really? I didn't even know that. So
absolutely,
there you go, a little hint into knowing which color palette this drops into.
And I don't want to say this with any authority, but I think it's in the emerald family.
Okay.
And they're all quartz.
All right.
I'll get back to you on that.
All right. Next, we have red orange. Love this too. They're calling this a vibrant shade connected to energy and empowerment. I can see that.
Here's a fun fact. Did you know that they also did a survey on the color orange? And orange is the color that if you put it on your walls will make you hungrier than any other color except yellow. And, when I read that survey, I was thinking, well, there are people who do their kitchens in yellow. But if you think about it, fast food restaurants love the color orange. And they employ color psychologists. So just a fun fact.
There you go. So if you're trying to not get hungry, don't look at orange or wear orange. I
Well,
wonder
you
what
can,
it does if
I
you
think,
wear orange.
my guess is you make other people hungry.
Oh, okay. Well, this is totally just us speculating. Please
Off
do
topic.
not take our word for this one.
Yeah, look it up. Google.
All right. So Fern, a leafy
Autumn
green
green.
rooted in the natural world. This, am I wearing? It's a little bit more yellow
It's
than
a
what
little
I'm
lighter
wearing.
and a
Yeah.
little more yellow, but still it's so autumny. This whole,
I love
everything
it.
we've shown you is just right in your palette autumns.
Right. And I mean, stunning. Except this.
Except for the scarlet.
Yep.
It's a little cooler.
Yeah, Scarlet Smile is a little
Winter.
too cool for us. And the Adventurine,
Winter, yeah.
yeah,
Sorry.
it's a maybe if you have that color eye and like what we talk about, like an open jacket, that it's not.
Yeah, it's not as soft as the other shades.
Yeah.
It's a lot clearer. So that's why
We're-
think I would.
We're trying,
dress
but
the winter one.
yeah, winter. Yeah, if you're winter, you got that one. Autumn's. All right. Next, we're moving on to Italian Plum.
Love this.
Speaking of making me hungry, that red orange just triggered it.
Yeah, I did, see?
A deep dark purple full of magical energies.
Well, I don't know about the magical energies, but
Yeah.
that is an absolute stunning color on autumns.
Mm-hmm.
I've seen it. I've seen it worn in business attire
Mm-hmm.
On autumns, and it is breathtaking.
Yes, it's softer. It's a little deep though. I would
Well,
like it a little
That's
bit
why
energized.
I said business attire,
Mhm.
because you can afford to go a little bit deeper in business attire
Blazer.
and brighten it
Mhm.
and brighten it up with your blouse. Do
Mhm.
something fun.
Right. And then we have Moonstruck.
My shade.
There you go.
Love it.
Summer's finally.
Thank you.
Moonstruck, a shadowy gray hue that lives behind the clouds. Ooh.
The descriptions are always so flowery, but what they should have said, it's a beautiful warm gray.
Mm-hmm.
On the warm side, that summers can wear, because it's a little beigeier. On you summers, it'll look almost like, a gray beige.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it has a little bit of warmth in there.
Mm-hmm.
Well, the image does. I don't know.
I think
It doesn't
does.
mention any warmth in the description,
I think that we know
Mhm.
better, and it's a little bit warmer than the winter sky, which they say a cooling
yes,
blue hue.
takes our
Again,
breath away.
Beautiful for summers, nice and soft.
Mhm. Even though they called it winter sky.
Yeah,
If it was icier, winters could wear it, but this is a little bit.
it's just too bland.
Yeah.
If it were like 70% darker, deeper,
Mhm.
then it would be pretty on winters. But this is not your shade.
Or a whole lot lighter.
But speaking of winters,
There you go. Our classic white. They put that in. They put a white in the last palette. The spring. Yeah, they did.
but you know what's fun about this description?
Mm-hmm.
They call it an optically brightened white.
Mm-hmm.
And I remember once in art school, I got into a major argument with someone who said, well, white is white is white. White is not white. White can be a bunch of different shades.
Yes.
And another fun fact, did you know that some people can see nuances of up to like 40,000 shades. Some people can only see 10,000 shades. So it depends on the person's eye,
Mm-hmm.
and it's an innate ability. We all have them. Some people are natural gymnasts. Well, some people can see just absolutely microscopic nuances in color.
Mm-hmm. Now, speaking of white is white, this is not.
But-
We have white
but
Swan
somebody
here.
could say, well, that's a warm white.
Right. Mm-hmm.
But they call it a soft and downy white full of grays.
grace. Ooh,
And
beautiful.
of course, this is only going to work on the warm seasons.
Mm-hmm.
So, I could use it as a blouse on spring or summer, as long as it's just that. Next, another.
Raw umber.
Yeah.
Ooh,
Yeah,
gives me chills.
another autumn shade.
Look at this. A grounded brown, emotionally connected to the earth. If that doesn't speak autumn to you,
This is
I
a
don't know what
Hallmark card. If when you're reading these descriptions, you might as well plop them inside a greeting card and send it to somebody. And
You're
you said I was emotionally grounded. Thank you so much.
you're my grounded brown, emotionally connected to the earth. You
That's right.
emotionally connect me to the earth.
That's
How
right.
beautiful.
That is so beautiful.
Mhm.
Oh, there's our winter gray.
All right, dark gold gray. Ooh, getting fancy in here. A solid and dense gray that is forever relevant.
And if I saw a gull, they're saying gull. If I saw a gull that was that color, I would run because that would be a little scary because gulls are generally white. However,
Well, they added dark in front of it and gray at the end, so maybe they just needed an extra word in there.
yeah, again, very poetic, but they mentioned that it's solid and dense, which I think and forever relevant. And obviously, gray is a staple in just about everybody's wardrobe, except you guys. Autumns and springs.
Our warm. Well, warm has a warm.
I
mean, spring has a warm gray. So,
but you could almost call
except
that a tan.
us autumns, let's just remove ourselves from the equation.
But yes, gray, a dark gray for a winter is beautiful, and it is forever relevant. And I could see this with a pantsuit, blazer and matching pants, and maybe a red blouse, maybe the kitten blouse kind of deal going on. It would be very gorgeous.
Yes, and you know what? This blue reminds me of something that we had in the spring palette as well. There was another deep blue, wasn't there?
There was.
Yeah.
But talking about the eye, if you look at it a certain way, it reads almost like a plum. Try that. See if you're getting that nuance because it's strange.
Yeah, it's slightly.
Yeah. But if you adjust your monitor and bring up the saturation on your monitor, you'll see that it is in fact a blue with a lot of purple in it.
Right. It is, and it's deep too. It's like it's a very unique color.
It is, and I would almost designate it once again for autumns, not winters, because it's
because of the purple, the hue that you're going.
So winters need clarity.
I don't think any designer is going to be able to nail this color. I think it's going to be too tough of a color to really.
It's
or
baritone
any
blue, meaning deep on the color scale. But maybe instead of black, it might be a good alternative.
Yeah.
And having said that, maybe winters, but it should not be your pop of color. It's
right.
Be,
your neutral.
Like gray.
Yeah. All right, and our last color for autumn, winter, 2024, 2025, Pantone is
buckthorn brown.
Oh, that wasn't the finale I really wanted. I'm going to be honest.
Yeah, you know why? Because I didn't see a spring color in here.
Oh, yeah.
Maybe the red orange. Maybe the red orange.
Oh, the orange red up at the top.
But I'm sorry, springs.
Yeah. This golden brown, as a neutral, a spring. Yeah. This isn't my favorite color, but it's.
You got to speak for the warms because
I don't. Yeah.
I couldn't touch it with a 10-foot pole. Neither could any winters.
I don't love it as a color. It could be personal.
I think you could wear it.
Yeah.
But I don't think it would make you sing.
No, I don't think so either. I don't think it would look like amazing on a spring either. Or not, it's maybe pants, like if you're going for like the khaki
leather pants, perhaps.
Yeah,
I think it's kind of that old west.
Yeah.
Dusty, out from the prairie, just walked in and my clothes are dirty and it became this color.
I just saw an article on Vogue, bolo ties are coming back. So maybe we're going for a Wild Wild West look. Maybe that. There we go. Cowboy hats, guys. All right, warm seasons. Here's our cowboy
Yeah,
hat color.
and warm seasons, warm autumns and winters. I think this is your palette. Summer, we got a little bit.
You got gray.
I always get gray, um, but this is it. We don't pick them. We just tell you about them.
Yes. Now, we hope you enjoyed doing that analysis with us. I know we did.
And subscribe, because we will do the London Fashion Week.
Oh, of course.
And maybe in the London Fashion Week, we can get some stuff out there for you Springs.
Ooh, let's see what they got over there across the pond.
That's right.
All right. So I'm Sarah.
I'm Lucinda.
And this is Colorful&Co. And we will see you in the next video.